This video is answering questions that are commonly asked about ENFPs, but instead it's answering them for ENTPs. I am an ENTP, and that makes me a representative of ENTPs. So, the first question is, are ENTPs rare? Well, according to what I found online, they're 2 to 5% of the population. That makes them decently rare. The next question is, are ENTPs smart? Well, if they are rare, there is a distinct possibility that they could be some of the people who have who occupy the higher edges or the further right side of the bell curve on intelligence. So, plausible, and they generally have a reputation for it. So, I would say likely enough ENTPs are likely enough intelligent compared to other types. Are ENTPs empaths? I don't think so. I would doubt that very much. Perhaps there are some who are, but I believe it would be quite rare. The next question, are ENTPs loyal? Yes, I think they would tend to have a certain amount of loyalty. Though, I don't really know if they're particularly more loyal than other personality types. But it's certainly in their nature to have that capacity. Next question, are ENTPs extroverted? Yes, they are extroverted. However, if you or your social group does not particularly interest them, they may not pay much attention to you and may much rather engage themselves in one of their hobbies or watching YouTube videos or reading a book or something other than spending time with you and people who wish to discuss boring things. Next question, are ENTPs good leaders? Now, the answer to this one would be somewhat difficult to arrive at. Are they better leaders than other types on the average? Well, perhaps, because they're innovative. Although being disorganized does not seem like a good trait in a leader, most likely. However, they are generally charismatic, which would, most likely, aid them in being leaders. Are ENTPs sensitive? Likely not particularly sensitive. They could be, but for the most part, I don't think so. Next question, are ENTPs mean? Well, that is an interesting question. They generally, I don't think they're straight out mean, but they can be rude, and they can also, I would say their sort of meanness would either tend to be irritating people for their own amusement, or more of a callous indifference to other people's discomfort. Next question. Are ENTPs judgmental? Generally not. I don't think they're particularly judgmental. However, that does not mean that they will not make judgments about people. There's a lot to be known about people and a lot of guesses you can make. Positive or negative. You can guess something and ask the question, is it true, before you have determined whether it is a positive thing or a negative thing. You can say that someone has been judged as being intelligent. Generally, that is considered a positive thing. You could judge them to not be intelligent, also. Next question is, are ENTPs judgmental? I doubt that very much. Generally not. Are ENTPs organized? No, I don't think so. And the last question is, what are ENTPs attracted to? Well, if it's a male ENTP, I would generally say physical appearance would play a pretty big role, and then as far as personality traits, intelligence would be, well, that is not a personality trait. I suppose it's a cognitive trait, but intelligence would be useful, creativity, basically, if you're an entertaining person, that would be more likely to attract an ENTP than otherwise. So, if these people who are watching this video still have more questions, they can leave them down in the comments, and perhaps I'll answer these questions in another video. You could ask them about ENTPs, or you could ask them about me specifically. Well, that'll be it for this video. You could, I'm not saying you should, but you could like this video, you could share this video, and you could subscribe to this channel. It seems everybody's saying that. Well, not everybody. Just a good many of the big YouTubers.